The crossbow is kind of like a hunt showdown aphrodisiac. Despite the refractory period, after pulling out your bolt, it's always tempting to put it back in. Let me start off by saying this weapon is not for everyone. The crossbow has a 6-second reload unless you have traits, which we will talk about. The bolts are classified as special ammo, so even if you don't bring a custom ammo type, you still have to refill from blue boxes. And the sights for the crossbow kinda suck if you haven't used them. But despite all of these things, the crossbow might be one of the best weapons in the game. The crossbow is a large slot special ammo weapon. It is unique from the guns in the game because the crossbow shoots bolts which travel in a ballistic trajectory. That means when aiming for targets at a distance, you'll need to account for the drop of the bolt to land your shots. The crossbow does 260 damage to the chest within 10 meters. It can easily one-tap anyone within shotgun range and a little further. Or really, a lot further. Like, damn, Crytek, you sure you want to give me this kill? Okay. It's also worth noting that bolts cause heavy bleeding damage, so tagged hunters will need to pause to stop the bleeding or they will die. That is very powerful. The crossbow, like the hunting bow, features two unique mechanics. The first being that you can retrieve spent bolts. This prevents the special ammo classification from hurting you too much because you can just continuously pick up your bolts to keep your ammo stocked. The second unique mechanic is that retrieving bolts from living targets deals extra damage. This is most useful in PvE and when fighting bosses because it is a great way to stack damage and finish a kill. But it also works on hunters, so try that if you want. The crossbow can benefit from two perks, Bolt Thrower and Blade Seer. Bolt Thrower reduces the reload time from 6 seconds down to 3 seconds. Given how long the reload is, Bolt Thrower is great for up-close engagements. Blade Seer allows you to see your shot bolts in dark sight, which is nice, but also probably not necessary unless you have points to throw away. If you have to choose one, Bolt Thrower is a better pick as it reduces your downtime in a fight. Okay, let's talk about custom ammo. The crossbow has two options available, the shot bolt and the explosive bolt. The shot bolt is basically a bolt with a shotgun shell at the end of it. You can use it to rapidly open doors, one-tap hunters, and fight AI. Also, if you want to get real tactical with it, you can fire your shot bolts at about a 45-degree angle to make teams think there is a shotgun user one compound over. It is difficult to measure how useful this is, but you could trick attacking teams into believing they are about to be pinched. The explosive bolt is exactly what it sounds like, a bolt that explodes. Personally, I think it is better to use the explosive bolt for PvE like blowing up meatheads. You can use it for PvP and it's not bad to get some splash damage, but it severely lowers the bolt velocity from 150 meters per second down to 60, which greatly increases the drop. This graph isn't really to scale, but it gives you a pretty good idea how detrimental that cut in velocity is to the path of your bolt. So, should you take the custom ammo? Sure, if you want some diversity in your options, the custom bolts are great. However, these standard bolts are already really effective and throwables feel more reliable. You'll also need to do the mental math of the increased drop when switching to the custom ammo types. But I recognize it is probably getting old for me telling you to pass on the custom ammo, so fine, take the shot bolt. You happy? I mean, why would you be satisfied with having one of the most lethal weapons in the game for only 50 hunt dollars? Seriously? 50. Damn, Crossbow. Have some self-respect. On the topic of PvE, the crossbow is really excellent. You can quickly kill armoreds, even the concertinaed, and you can one-tap hives as long as you strike them in the torso. No more waiting for a clear headshot. But the hives bring up one of the most annoying aspects about the crossbow, limbs. Really, I have never wished I was fighting amputees more than when using the crossbow. I'm not sure what that comment says about me. If you take nothing else from this video except these 20 seconds, when using the crossbow, try to avoid shooting targets in the side. A shot to the arm will still likely be a kill, because of the bleeding damage, but you put yourself in a weird situation where you have to rush your enemy to finish the job. It's kind of like falling out of a tree. Hitting limbs is better than nothing, but it's still annoying. So, what should you bring with the crossbow? Really, that is up for you to decide. You aren't looking for a specific range to cover. The crossbow works in short and medium ranges just fine. Ideally, your pick in secondary is one you can comfortably switch to when you don't have time for a lengthy reload or you don't want to risk a long-range ballistic trajectory. I have been recommending the officer pistol since like 2018, so probably that. Hopefully by this point you recognize the crossbow is one of the better weapons in the hunt arsenal because it has such a high skill ceiling. In close range, it can be better than shotguns. For stealth gameplay, it can be better than all the suppressed guns. What you get out of the crossbow depends so much on what you put into it. It's a weapon that serves as a true test for how well you position yourself, how well you can aim and lead and predict enemy movement, and how well you understand the mechanics of the game. It's the antithesis of some of the more boring picks in Hunt. Players that have a true grasp of the game will likely excel with the crossbow, so take it with you. I can almost guarantee you'll learn something by using it. Unless you are playing against me. Please don't kill me with a crossbow.